Remember how good Pizza Hut used to be back in the 90s? What if I showed you how to order a Pizza Hut pizza right now in 2025 that was so good you thought it came out of a time machine from 1997? Let me show you. If you were born in the 80s or 90s, you remember the majesty and the glory that was old school Pizza Hut. Some of the best pizza around. I've been chasing that dragon for years and years. We were all sluts for the Hut. Can't beat the nostalgia of old school Pizza Hut. Those lamps hanging from the ceiling. Your parents would take you there on a Friday night for dinner, give you some quarters to play Pac-Man. The pizza could not have been more perfect. It was piping hot and cheesy and delicious. And then things changed. Gone were the days of you rolling up to Pizza Hut for a free personal pan pizza because you read some books. You couldn't go in there and drink as much Pepsi as you wanted out of those red cups until you got all hyper. We're bouncing off the walls of the Pizza Hut all the way home in the car, just bouncing from the Pepsi and the pizza. When they shuttered the dining area, they shuttered their ability to make a good pizza. When it went to takeout and delivery only, they stopped caring. They didn't have to look at their hyper customers and say, yes, we're going to give you lots of cheese. We're going to give you lots of toppings. They just put something in a box like a bunch of cowards. But I cracked their code. Corporate greed calls them to cut corners, but we can still resurrect that classic Pizza Hut taste. Everybody's got their preferences when it comes to pizza. Everybody has different toppings they like, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll just show you how to do a classic pepperoni pizza. Go into the app, find a good deal, large one topping pizza. Boom, here we go. Onto the crust, which is the most important part of this. All right, you got a few options here, all right? Don't bother with this Tavern or the thin and crispy, although I do like their thin supreme pizza. And definitely don't be messing with the hand tossed. That ain't Pizza Hut. You don't want it. What you want is one of the two here. You want the original pan pizza. When you think of good Pizza Hut, this is the crust you're thinking about. The original pan. Accept nothing else. Unless you want to do the original stuffed crust. Now that's nostalgic. Everybody likes the stuffed crust pizza. The Hut originated it. So that's okay too. But I'm going with pan. Now when it comes to the sauce, we want to go classic marinara. And we want extra of it. And they'll give it to you extra sauce for free. So get more. We want a robust pizza. You remember how it used to spill and get all over your shirt and burn your face? That's that piping hot extra marinara and cheese. Now without a doubt, when it comes to the cheese, we want to go extra. Worth every penny. Now when it comes to toppings, we're just going to do the classic pepperoni. And again, we want extra. And again, worth every penny. Stay with me. Now, in the special instructions section, you want to tell them to cook it a little bit longer for bubbly cheese. You got extra cheese. You got extra toppings. You got extra marinara. We got to cook accordingly to get it all nice and piping hot and have those beautiful little juicy brown spots on top of that cheese. You know, looks like a mole on somebody's back. You're not sure if it's melanoma, but it's brown. What am I talking about? Now, this is what the finished product should look like. An empty box. Would you look at that? Yeah, I'll be real with you guys. I'd meant to show you what that pizza was going to look like, but I was hungry when it came, and I didn't want to like wait, and I forgot to take the pictures, so I have no self-control. But I do know how to order a good Pizza Hut pizza.